Welcome to the Neen Valley Role-Playing Association, a group of friends who like to play RPGs, that's role-playing games, and try and have fun. If you like the video, please like and subscribe.
Hey everybody, we're back after spending more than 47 minutes dorking around with sound because somehow my computer was screaming at everyone. I've done a workaround, so we'll see how well this holds up. But thank you for bearing with us, and if you do like our story, please do like and subscribe on YouTube, where we are posting all of our videos. And definitely leave comments about the exciting acting that's done by Pete, Christine, and Rob during this particular adventure. With that, let's sort of work our way around. Why don't Rob tell us about Chase?
Okay, so Chase is an Englishman from England. Definitely not to be confused with the Scots, the Welsh, or people from Cornwall, or the Islander man for that matter. He came over from the UK or from England, wanting fame and riches. Certainly got the fame, but in all the wrong publications, and he hasn't got very much to say that he's actually even managed to start accumulating riches. He's certainly not down on his luck, but for some unknown reason, he does always appear to lose trousers at night. He takes them off to go to sleep, and when he wakes up, they're never there. He does not know why. He's hoping that this venture out will turn his luck. He'll get the right fame, and he'll get the right riches, and he'll also get the breeches.
Excellent. Christine, tell us a little bit about Sarah.
So, yes, I am playing the lovely Sarah Blake, otherwise known as the Siren. She has long black hair, which cascades down from her back to her waist. It's tied in hundreds of tiny little braids with beads woven in. The clickety-clacketing chittering noise they make as she moves is quite eerie. She is 25 years old, dressed in black, with a little mask that goes over her eyes. And on her shoulder, peering over her shoulder, is the face of another little masked critter, which is a small raccoon. Which is basically currently resting with its hand on her ear, and peering round quizzically at everyone, watching everything that goes on around it. She has a whip held up at her waist, hung from her belt, and she's got a black duster covering most of her clothes. So she is what appears to be a witch.
Can't hear you, Anthony.
That's actually good. It means that was working. Yes, Roscoe, please tell us about yourself. Pete, tell us about Roscoe.
So, Roscoe Trafton, he's dark, wears a black long coat, black hat, has twin Colts normally down the side of his belt, although he doesn't have them at the moment because he's handed them into the local authorities, and carries a Winchester rifle. He's quite mysterious, doesn't talk much, but is hunts bounties by trade, and has a small sideline in second-hand trousers that he sells in every town that he visits.
I did catch that. Very nice. It's amazing how he loses those every night. Can you guys explain why you're in what is now called Easton Hill and used to be called Terrytown? And what you're currently up to? I usually assign that to somebody, but I'll just leave it to you guys to figure out.
I might need to re-listen to the recording back, but I'm pretty certain you just said what was Easton Hill, which is now called Terrytown. I think it was
the way around.
Other way around. Yeah.
Yes, it is the other way around.
Looking at my notes, but it does say, according to my notes, we're here to see the Raven's uncle.
I believe we can let some secret people know.
Okay.
We are all members of the Twilight Legion.
Yes.
We have been sent here on a mission.
We're supposed to find Len Buckles,
But the
who's an agent that's gone missing.
But the first rule of the Twilight Legion is you don't talk about the Twilight Legion.
So an interesting little bit of politics in that the agency who has sent out Agent Reeg to Easton Hill to investigate some disappearances. When he went missing himself, they lost contact with him. They just didn't have enough resources and instead reached out to a sister organization in the private world, which is yours, the Twilight Legion. So you guys have stepped in to sort of help out a fellow organization that also does monster hunting and protecting people. So talk to me about where you ended up last night at the end of the day.
The two of us ended up at the hotel.
Easton Hill Hotel.
Yeah, whereas I actually ended up sleeping for free, might I add, for free, not having to pay a penny, that's how free it was, in jail.
Yes, we will get to that.
And I put myself in there voluntarily so that I could actually leave the next morning.
Very good. So
It depends how loudly you snored through the night and how much of a noise nuisance you've made yourself.
Yeah, well, the woman in the opposite cell, she does look a little bit mean, but, I think...
yes, she does.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So you guys all wake up this fine day. Of course, you have been tortured all night. Actually, you haven't been tortured all night. Let's see here. I wanted to quickly... and sorry about this. Just look up one thing. As you're getting up in the jail there, Chase, you roll off the sort of straw-covered mattress. You can smell in the air. There's the scent of smoke, definitely ghost rock smoke that's being used somewhere to generate some sort of infernal device. You can smell that on the air. And you see in the cell opposite a young lady.
So,
And she's sitting there staring at you, and she says, you don't have any trousers.
It's not, ma'am. And I tip my hat and I say, but I do have some chaps, so, you know, not everything's showing. I mean, I could turn around and then I turn around and go, not quite covered at the back, but, you know, something's better than nothing, surely.
Those buttons are sure working at full strength to hold your flap on.
Madam, are you trying to say my buttocks are rounded? I'll have you know they're very muscular.
I see.
And what's your name?
Agnes, but you can call me Scarlet. That's what I go by.
So what you in for? Because apparently, according to the and I look around to see if the dumb-witted Mr. Chips is there.
He is sitting on the front porch, having a coffee, it looks like.
Right.
She points over
According
at the
to old
wall.
Chippy,
Good.
you're going to be doing some swinging.
Yeah, they'll take me to Evanston. We'll see what happens. I have every faith that I'll be cleared.
Oh, so unlike everybody else that's in this here jail, you're the innocent one then, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Ignore what it says over there. And she points her thumb over at the wanted posters on the wall.
Okay.
There are, of course, likenesses next to these, and the likeness next to Agnes Scarlet Kinney is right over there. And sure enough, it looks passingly like her. If you caught her out in the wild, it would have been $500.
$500 for a cute little thing like you.
Yep.
I tell
As you see,
you need to do harsher things. Get the price up.
well, that's the problem. That there's not updated.
Ah, maybe we should have coffee tonight, and you can tell me more.
Sure. I don't think I'll be going anywhere.
I'll tell you what. Between me and cell bars, try and keep Gypsy occupied for at least the next couple of days.
We'll see what happens. I'm due to head to Evanston end of the week. This Wednesday-ish now, I think. All right.
Right, I've got a question for the GM.
Please.
Right, last week we were told that the Tarantula Hole was the drinking place for the Ghost Hill gang. Do we mean the Ghost Steel gang?
So,
Or are they two different gangs?
have I misspelled something, or it is the Ghost Steel gang? Yes.
Right.
You heard that, and I'm not sure off the top of my
Yeah,
head.
I
if you heard that.
Ghost Hill gang.
I've got that. I've got Ghost Steel Gang.
It was more like me then. So thank you very much. Right. In which case, now that I've got a connection between the Ghost Steel Gang and Scarlet, because if I'm not mistaken, Len got into some bother with them, didn't he? Am I getting that right, Pete?
That's the rumor. Is that that the tarantula hole? You heard that? No, sorry. So we heard from the. I can't remember if it was the sheriff or the marshal. Was that he had heard that Len Buckles was taken by the Ghost Steel Gang, and he heard that rumor at the tarantula hole.
That's real.
Which you visited.
I did. So before we move on, if you can indulge me,
Yes.
I'll say to Scarlet, I know we've just met, but I fancy telling an old man a bit of a secret. What's Ed Sharkey's deal up at the tarantula hole? Do you know him?
She looks at you very, very suspiciously. Why?
Yeah.
What do you say?
He didn't say anything. He plied me with a shitload of alcohol. It was that tarantula juice. And my lips couldn't keep shut. It's not normal booze, I'll give you that. So, what's the crack with him?
Yeah. I mean, he works for, Walter, what is it, Styles? He goes by Dog, who runs the place. He's sort of the main barkeep and handyman. That's all I know.
But he's offered me some work as well.
Oh, he did he? And she sits back carefully.
Yeah.
What did he say?
I don't know. I was too busy trying hard not to throw my guts up in front of him.
Mm.
But he also asked about my two friends that nobody knows is in town apart from Moses and Mr. Chips.
He's got their eyes out and about. Word gets back to different people. Look, if Ed thinks you're a dangerous man, if old Sharky thinks that you can bite, he might toss you some work. He might.
Right. Okay. I've got an idea. You, my dear, are absolutely brilliant and a delight to see first thing in the morning. And may I also say, last thing of the night as well.
She spits
sure I
on
had
the
a
floor.
dream of you. I tip my hat and I open the cell and I walk straight out. And then I close the door to the jail and I'll quickly have a chat with Mr. Chips.
Sleep well?
I did, sir. It was one of the most comfortable jails that I've slept in. Not that I sleep in them often, but sometimes, vagrancy is a crime after all, and falling asleep in the middle of the street amongst the horse turds kind of gets you picked up and either moved to one side or given a good kick in or just put in the cell for a night. There you go. The young lady in there, that Scarlet,
Yep.
exchanged some pleasantries and what have you. Have you not thought of trying to turn her into an informant?
I'm just a sheriff. I don't do that type of stuff. I shoot stray dogs, get a bounty. Sometimes there's feral pigs.
Okay. Okay, well, you'll have to let me know when the marshal's in. I think that she could be handy for our investigation as well.
Think so, huh?
Yeah, that tarantula hole, there's some dark people in there. I don't know if you're quite aware of the Viper's Nest that you've got established in this town.
I don't know about that. I'll look into it, though. I'll get a couple of the boys and go over and
I would
give them a
keep
good
that place-
shakedown.
I would do completely the opposite. I would leave them. I'm not being funny, Mr. Chips. Honestly, sir, I mean, I'm not here to tell you how to do your job, but I have seen these people before, and the marshal will want them at some point. It's better to have the whole network than just a little bit. So leave them be. Let them think that that they're running the place, and then the marshal will come down hard, I'm sure.
You ever hear that one about the bird that's in your hand, and then there's the one in the bush, and this one's worth $500?
You see, $500 is chump change compared to some of them up on that board.
Oh, I've got this one. One's up on those boards, wandering around with guns, likely to shoot you.
Yeah, but whilst myself and Roscoe are in town, as long as we've got our steel with us, we'll be able to protect you and the town. Roscoe is very good in a steady fight in the middle of the street, 1-on-1. He loves it.
Well, the nice thing about that is it's not going to happen because you're going to leave your guns.
Yeah, but I was hoping that maybe you could be persuaded that the nice guys are actually here to help, not to hinder. But laws are laws, aren't they?
Yep.
So yeah, we'll have a word with Marshall and see if a Heaston Hill town laws actually supersede the, what year are we?
What are we, 1883?
Constitution's been written up already then, hasn't it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, we just need to work out whether the Heaston Hill laws of or bylaws of munitions supersedes that as an American to the right to bear arms under the Constitution. But that's not for me. I'm not an American.
I hear you. Look, if you're so worried about carrying your weapons and stuff, you can always go get a job with Heaston. His boy's got an exemption due to the money he pours into the town.
Yeah. I'm quickly looking at my notes from last week. Can't see that bloke mentioned at all, so that's a good one.
Well, the town's named
The
after him.
miner.
Yeah, it was in the back. It was in the background. I think that the newspaper clippings had some details of it.
Very, very good.
Okay. Can I get you anything for tonight's stay? I think I'm going to be in town for a little while. That's if there's a cell available, of course. If not, I'll just put myself in a corner somewhere.
As you choose. As long as the cells are open, feel free.
Okay, perfect. Right, I'll go and dunk my head in a horse trough, and I'll go and see where Roscoe and the lady is.
Let us jump across to them. Absolutely. So, don't know how well we described this hotel last time as you guys were coming in there. And now we may have mentioned that there were 14 rooms and 2 presidential suites. That means a double bed with separate washroom. That's the presidential suite. But the rooms are $12 a night or $70 a week. Or if you're getting one of those presidential suites, it's $15 a night or $100 for the week. There's signage on the hotel veranda that claims that the rooms are safe, secure, and bulletproofed. That's right. That's what they say.
So they say. And for extra money, you can get a metal plate to go under the bed.
Absolutely can. Yes. And Edna Scroggins is at the front desk as she was when you went to bed. Sleep well?
Thank you, ma'am.
A very attractive young lady now comes down the stairs. And it's not the normal very attractive lady who has not joined you yet. She has a sort of broad-brimmed hat. She's carrying at her side and a black and white polka-dotted dress, tall boots, and she has a small clutch purse at one side and a little parasol that matches her dress. She nods to you as she's coming down the stairs, and you happen to meet eyes, Roscoe.
Ma'am?
Sir. And Edna looks at her, says, Miss Dinslow, you staying with us still? She nods and says, at least another week or so.
On the off chance, I'm going to make the old hand sign at her.
Ooh,
Whatever.
very, very good. She does not.
That was what this hand sign is.
I know.
It's like, what the hell?
I know. I
The
read it.
description of it is terrible.
Pete, come in here. Pete, come in here.
What? Why?
Because
Yeah.
I think it describes it as being a fist. You
Yeah.
put your hand in front of it, flat, like landscape.
Like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Doesn't look at all suspicious.
Not at all. I'm sure you can do that very, very easily. So you do that by your chest as she's talking, and she does not respond to that.
Okay.
Where it's worth a little try.
Yeah. Stranger in town was worth
Absolutely.
checking out.
She does turn to you. Says, "Sir, if you do come free tonight, the music hall saloon, I'll be performing there."
Well, then that would be right nice.
Very good. With that, she turns and starts to walk out. At this point, you are joined by Sarah.
She sees the
Yes, you do.
back of the lady leaving through the doors.
Yes.
Looks. Scrunches the nose up a little bit. Yeah. Interesting clientele they have here.
Absolutely. Okay. At this point, we will just rejoin you guys together, and that a very wet-haired, and I have to look, Chase comes through the front door, and you can see that Edna goes, he's looking pretty rough after his night, and still smells a little bit of the tarantula juice.
Mm-hmm.
You're muted there, Chase.
I say, good morning, Roscoe. Good morning, Lady Sarah. And good morning, Madam Edna. How are we?
Morning, Chase.
Good night. sleep.
Tell us.
I had a fantastic night's sleep.
Okay, guys, what's your next move?
Well, after breakfast, which I believe was included with the room.
Ah. So you say that now, and I want to say that, yes, there is a restaurant and their kitchen staff. So there is a breakfast that is provided. So you guys
So,
have that.
Chase can wait outside while we have breakfast.
Hell no. I'm going to sit down and have a coffee. Edna, can I have a coffee?
Well, you can go to Nolly's Grub Counter, which I believe caters for breakfasts for people in town. You might be able to pick up some rumours there.
The poor and impoverished.
Or
What am
you could
I,
wait
Roscoe?
here.
Am I gang
Or you
room?
could wait here while we have our elegant breakfast
and
at this fine establishment.
and avoid splitting the party to go roleplay again over at Nolly's.
Yeah. Okay, so once breakfast's done,
Yes.
we'll go outside. Yeah.
Yes.
So
You know what I ought to do?
I'm thinking this Ghost Steel gang might be an interesting place to start.
Well, I've already got an in on that one.
If nothing else, I could do with the money.
Rob? No, Chase? Thoughts? Sarah?
Well, Chase, you haven't said to us yet. Have you had much luck over at the Trenchler? I
I've
believe you were going there last night.
I've got so much. If only I had a pencil and lots of paper, I'd be able to write it down.
And some pants.
Exactly.
Don't worry about the pants.
thing.
I'm going to the tailor's later.
Well, now, I might have a solution for you here first. I went down to the laundry area in the hotel earlier. Happened to sneak these out for you. She passes him a pair of trousers.
Excellent.
They're a bit tight and they're stripy, but you know, I'm sure he's going to look very smart in them.
I only
I'm-
need the arse end. It's fine.
I'm wondering, because you lose your pants every night. Have you tried wearing a dress? That might stay.
I haven't thought about that. That's a good idea, Roscoe. I look Sarah up and down.
Don't think she's wearing a dress, is she? Or is she?
Don't think so. Sarah?
But she's
Nope.
wearing a raccoon.
Nope, she's in black trousers.
She's in black trousers. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's in black trousers, black shirt, black duster, little black eye mask.
Wow. Where do I start? So, I had a good night's sleep in the jail. That was absolutely fantastic. Woke up to, well, actually remember getting into or onto the bed, and there's, believe it or not, Scarlett from the Ghost Steel gang in the cell opposite. Gypsy says that she's going to hang, but there's no date for her to be moved from where she is. But she says she's innocent, like we all are. So I've got an in from the for the Ghost Steel gang there. Also, I've put a suggestion into Gypsy. With regards to the marshal when he comes on in, to maybe convert her to like an informant, because there's more than just the Ghost Steel gang and everything else going on in this town. There's some real dark and shady people in this town. So that leads me to the tarantula hole, and I lean in, take a sip of my coffee, okay, and pop it back down on the little saucer, and I say, right, the tarantula hole, and I'm near to a whisper. That is one hellishly bad place. The barkeep Walter, he owns the place, but his guard dog is a guy called Ed Sharkey. He's offered me some work. He also got me drunk, and although I got rid of the alcohol, there's something else, and I had to really work hard, because whatever was in that was trying to make me loose lips. They knew that the three of us turned up in town before we actually got here.
So that's a skill.
Indeed it is. So I have told them that, Roscoe, you are Sarah's bodyguard, and I am just the dirty lout that does all the fetching and goings and doings and shit for her. So you are her man-at-arms, and I'm just the scoundrel that gets thrown to the police when she does something wrong, basically.
And what does she do?
She doesn't have to do anything, really.
Well, look, I think you said you were looking for your uncle.
Yeah, I think that's this. I definitely remember. That's what I told them, that she employed you to basically ride on out, and we met up at the fort and at the station, and we rode on in, and I just basically got that I can be useful, and on the way down on our horses I proved myself to be very useful at doing different things. So yeah, whether that stays, I honestly don't know, but I did say that she was coming to look for her uncle who's gone missing, or her mother hasn't heard from her uncle in some time, so she's come on out for the family to find out what's going on, and yeah, so that's what's been said, and that's what we said. Now, also, with that in mind, and the feel that I got for the tarantula, I don't really want to be walking around here without some iron. But we can't. But we can. Because if we can approach Heaston, Mr. Heaston, his guys...
Jerome Heaston of the mining company?
Yeah, as in founder of the town, or the newest legacy of the founder of the town. Him and his guys have a right to carry guns in town. They've got permits. Sheriff Chips says that if we get in his good graces, and go on his payroll, we would also be able to...
Well, sure, but he's gonna want us to do stuff for the money.
Yeah.
What's that?
You know, it's not gonna help our investigations none if we have to, you know, sit around outside a mine all day.
Well, now, you have to ask, would my, she nods a little bit, uncle, Len, have been working for Jerome?
Well, I believe he was making out that he was a miner. Was he not?
He was. And if he was working for Mr. Johnston, then perhaps we can offer him the service of trying to find his missing miner.
Mm-hmm. That's assuming that he wasn't involved in the disappearance.
By the sounds of it, though, and from what we've learned of the man in the newspaper articles, all he's interested in is getting as much ghost steel as he can. this place. So he's not going to want any of his miners to go missing. I can't believe he would. It doesn't. Well, sorry, it doesn't sound as if he would be a likely source of my uncle's disappearance.
Well, we could ask.
I think your breakfast is through. Choose.
Shall we go to the mining office?
So
I
I
ask after our dear old Uncle Len.
I think that is definitely our next course of action.
All right. So where is it you're aiming for?
The mining offices.
Mining offices? Oh, of Houston himself?
Houston Mining Company is number 24.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yes. Where is that? That is here.
All right. Well, you guys
Just,
little tokens
just
on
round the corner.
That is not bad. 24. So this particular building has a porch around it. You can see it's got a hitching post as well. There's a pretty fine animal hitched to it. You can see that its door is shut, but it does have a glass plate in it that you can see through, and behind you can see that there's a desk, and there's a elderly gentleman behind that desk. He's writing down something. There's another person in front of him that seems to be taking notes as this guy speaks, and you can see that there's also a 18, 19-year-old kid probably that's sort of standing looking bored next to him. And then you can see, let's see here. And that's all seen sort of through that glass as you're sort of approaching. And of course, on it, it says Houston Mining Company is stylized into the glass. I don't say stylized, excuse me. It is etched into the glass.
So there was somebody making notes for him.
Yes, there's a person that is sitting in front of him taking some notes.
Is that a man, a woman?
Man, yes.
Man.
Gotcha. So are you guys standing outside the door? Gonna knock?
Roscoe will knock on the door, and then
Yeah, the conversation stops inside.
indicate for Sarah to go through ahead of him like a gentleman, obviously.
So moves into the room. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning. They all stand. Those that were sitting, you can see that the young man leans away from the wall to where he's actually standing upright. And the older man behind the desk, he's got sort of a thick look about him. His body is thick. He's wearing a very fine suit. You can see that he has a top hat, which is sitting on the edge of the table. There's a couple of ledgers on the table, and he's been looking through some of them. The other man standing that was sitting in front of him taking notes nods to him and says, "Mr. Houston, if you no longer need me." And the older man says, "No, Angus, you just continue to make yourself available." Angus tips his bowler hat at you, and he goes to walk out the door. And he passes you, and he is now heading down the street. The older gentleman, who's still standing, points to the chair and says, "Ma'am, I assume," he looks over and gives a frown at the young man standing there and says, "Gatlin, you get the lady her chair." And the boy, jumps to and goes over and moves the chair slightly as though he's getting a chair for you.
That is very kind, thank you. Sarah sits down in the chair.
"Now, Gatlin, you stop hovering." The boy goes back around the other side of the desk. Says, "How can I help you folks?"
Well, I'm hoping you can help, sir, with a slight mystery that I have come to try and resolve for my mother.
Your mother.
Indeed. Her brother, my uncle, was in town, I believe, working as a miner, and we haven't heard from him in several days. Which is very unusual. He's a regular writer to us. And she became very concerned. She knew I was passing by this place, so she asked if I could call in and see if I could find out what had happened. My uncle's name is Len Buckles, and I believe he was mining here in the town. I don't know if he was working for you, sir, but I wondered if he was perhaps in your pay.
Buckles. Let's see. Buckles. Let's see. No, he's definitely not one of my boys. He's one of them unsafe independents that's what caused that big mine fire and explosion not too long ago. If they'd get themselves in line, things would be a little more safe up there on the bench. No, I think he was partners with somebody. Had himself a small stake. Not much of anything. But, people come and go. Here's your town. All right. I think it was Prospector Bob, name of the fella he was actually in partnership with. Bit strange that old Bob never works with anybody.
Well, I have to say, I already thank you, sir, for your help, because you have given me more information than anybody else here in town has been able to provide, so thank you for that.
It is my town. He chuckles.
Indeed. Have you heard much about these mysterious disappearances? Because the sheriff seemed to indicate to us last night that Len disappeared, and he was thinking it was down to some gang, some mines metal, gang or something.
Gypsy, he's a simple man. Most problems that he sees anywhere, he tends to blame on these gangs that are supposedly out and about. We don't see much of that as a problem here in town. Haven't had a bank robbery, haven't had a robbery. Clean here.
Haven't you? Lucky then. I've heard there's a gang that is out raiding this part of the world.
There's some miscreants out there.
Little regulars, was it? I think, or something they said?
Yeah.
Oh,
They've been harassing some trains. That seems to be their main thing, yeah.
And is it the Scarlet Dragons? No. The green dragons, were it? No? Something anyway.
I don't keep track of those.
You're a very lucky man not to have to worry about the criminals in this area.
Although it's plenty of things to worry about with them independent miners.
Indeed, you say my young uncle once was, and they caused an explosion, you say? Doesn't sound like my uncle. He's such a safe man in the past.
Well, those things happen. Is there anything particular else I can do for you?
So you say he was one of these independent miners. Where are they based? I mean, I obviously need to try and track down my uncle and find out what's happened to him. So where should I head? Where is the best place to try and find out? Maybe this Bob, maybe, that you tell me about, this Prospector Bob.
I don't know. Those independents, they gather all over places in town, but I don't track them. They go onesie twosie up the bench, go grubbing in the dirt.
Is there somewhere in town that shows the claims in the area?
You could try over at the Land Claim NSA office if you feel like it, but I mean, probably better off just asking around town till you hear somebody say, "Oh, there he is," or maybe he just left. People come and go here all the time. They try and strike it rich. They don't. They leave.
My uncle was, let's say, a prolific writer to us, so he would have said to us when he was moving on. He didn't send that letter, so it makes me a little concerned for what has happened to him. And certainly, as I say, the sheriff seemed to indicate that Leonard gone missing quite a few days hence, and he was putting it down to miscreants. So I think I do need to do a little bit of investigation for my mum. I mean, she would never forgive me if I left my uncle in trouble and didn't help out.
Well, ma'am, that I completely understand. I will. He looks over at the boy and nods at him. I will make sure that my men, if they keep a good eye out, and if they happen to see Lynn, what was the last name again?
Len Buckles is his name.
Peculiar. But if old Lynn comes wandering around town, one of our guys sees him, we'll let you know. Where are you staying? Hotel?
I'm staying at the hotel, yes, indeed, with my man here. Points to Roscoe.
Gentlemen, you look like a couple of men that can handle yourselves. Ever done any union busting?
As in,
I might have.
Well, if I need an extra hand or two, I'll at least know where to look for you.
Yeah. Provided the little lady here will allow it, sure.
Oh, indeed. I mean, since I only really needed your help to get over here to the town, so if you can get some extra work along the way, then please do. I mean, I know how important bringing that money is to keeping us afloat.
Very good. Oh my. At this point, you can tell he's starting to get antsy with this whole conversation, like he's ready to get back to work. You get that whole feeling as he taps on his desk.
Probably learned as much as I can from him. So, can you just point me in the direction of that land claims office?
Yeah, let me see here. It is just straight down 2nd Street. Right on 2nd and Main. Just across from the hotel.
Lovely. I'll head there now. Thank you so much for your help. You have been so kind. She holds out her hand to him.
He takes it, and he does the polite bow over it and a little kiss. And he looks over at his boy.
Smiles. She smiles back. Gentleman. Thank you so much. And makes her way out.
All right. As you exit, there are now 6 horsemen who have come to a stop in front of the Keystone Mining. They look rough and tumble. A couple of them look more like cowboys that have been purchased, but you can definitely see a couple of those guys are gunfighters, including one that has a pretty good resemblance to the older man at the table and the younger boy. He says, actually, what's he going to say here? I think he says, "What are you guys doing bothering my father? Come drifting into our town? Why don't I just take you out and shoot you?" He looks over at the others for them to start, and they give a they laugh at his joke once he cues them that they're supposed to sort of laugh.
You, sir, claim to be Mr. Heaton's son. Well, you show none of his manners, so I'm not exactly sure I believe that.
Well, ma'am, I understand that you probably are expecting to be treated a certain way and live a certain lifestyle. I see you wearing the dark colors there. Are you planning on getting yourself a job? Maybe the Whispering Pines?
I had not considered that at this moment in time. What makes you think that they have some work that I would find?
Roscoe steps forward. He's heard about the Whispering Pines fancy house.
Yes, he has.
Now, sir, I believe you might want to take back that statement. That's not becoming of a gentleman.
He spits in the dirt. He's in front of his boys. He's got to stay tough. He goes, "I'll say what I like."
Whilst the exchange is going on, Anthony, I kind of disappear into the background.
Okay. What does that mean?
Basically, I got an 11 on my stealth. Okay, and basically, I'm going to come back behind his horse, and I'm going to smack it so hard on its rump it rears up.
Ooh. That is pretty
Nice
cool.
one.
That is actually really cool, and I'm actually going to look him up really quickly so I can check his writing skill,
Yeah.
because this could be quite funny. Sorry about that. Here we go. Actually, smarter way to do this would be to actually use the stuff provided me by our phenomenal Roll20. Let's see here. Rascals. Look at that. Here we go.
In the database, is it?
Yeah, I've got it. So I can actually be able to roll this. Let's see his riding.
Go on.
Where do I click on it? Oh, I know. Do that.
4, 8.
We got Chase Beaver.
And it's a race as well.
Yes, it is.
Did it roll?
Oh dear.
It did. So he succeeds the riding.
He succeeds the riding, but he does, as it rears up, it's all he can do to keep control of it, and it prances down the street a little bit. This is a time you could disengage, or
I think it's a good time. They're armed. There's 6 of them. I think we shall move off, shall we?
Shadows.
Okay.
And I'll appear on Sarah's left-hand side.
Okay. So you guys just gonna cross the street into the essay?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. You guys
I've
slip
got my
into there
hand
by the time.
on my throwing knife as well.
By the time he gets his horse under control, you guys have slipped inside. And
I say to Roscoe and Sarah, I think I need to find me a rattlesnake.
oh my word! And
But
this
where you going to
is-
keep it? You got no pants.
Exactly. Now, let's see here, GM.
That's
No, I'm-
No use having a trouser snake if you got no pants.
well,
This
having
office-
a trouser snake if I wear one of Sarah's dresses.
Is this fairly busy? There's 5 people in front of you in a line that goes up to where there are 4 desks, and there are people sitting in front of those desks who are explaining where their claims are on a map, and there are people behind the desks who are filling out documents, and there's a bit of money changing hands. Let's see here. You see a gentleman. I'm sorry.
Is there anyone queuing?
There are 5 folks ahead of you before you can get to one of the desks.
Okay, I feel a bit of flatulence coming on.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What do you do about it?
I'm going to let one rip.
Okay. Folks turn your direction.
Why you do that? You know, anyone
I'm behind all
or
of
something.
you. I'm right at the back. But I let
He
one
didn't make-
rip, and I hope that there's a smelly one. What do I need to roll for a smelly fart?
I mean, I'm thinking this is a rough and tumble Wild West town where people eat
Yeah.
the beans.
Yeah.
You're probably not going to be very noticeable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They all smell pretty bad, too, coming down from the mountains.
I imagine the miners are pretty ripe, yeah.
There are a couple that look back at you.
Pardon me? Better out
So,
than
you
it.
guys, you want to stick in line for a little bit? It looks like it takes each of those guys at the desk 20, maybe 30 minutes to go through all the paperwork and get their...
Yeah,
I'll keep an eye out.
yeah, might as well.
The window. in
Very
the
good.
door.
Won't take too long.
The 6 riders lounge around outside for a while, and then once they realize you're not coming out anytime soon, they get bored, and you see that they head off around the corner. So they head up. Let's see. They actually continue south down 2nd Street past your establishment, and you sort of lose sight of them as they go down that street. All right.
Okay.
You guys get to the front of the line, and you are being served. Let's see here. Gentleman says, "How may I help you?"
Yes, if you can.
A little croupier looking hat. He's taking notes. He says, "Do you have a claim you're trying to make?"
I am actually trying to discover where my young uncle's claim might be, please. I'm over here trying to get in touch with him, so I thought probably the best thing to do would be to head towards his claim and see if I can catch up with him there. It's his name's Len Buckles, and I believe he's in a claim partnership with Inspector Bob.
Really? So I'm not supposed to be giving out information on where people's claims are, stuff like that. But,
Like I say, he is my uncle, so I'm trying to get in touch with him. My mother asked me to speak to him and find out that he's, lost contact with him.
okay. Give me a persuasion roll. And you can do your pluses for this.
Uh,
she knows what.
I have no idea how to make the pluses add on there.
You should probably just have to do it in your head. Well, we can do that. I think it's +2, correct?
We just, sorry,
And either of the other two of you can give me a notice roll. She's busy talking and engaging him eye to eye. But either of you that are sort of looking around his desk and that other stuff, I'll take a notice. So, Roscoe, you notice he's got a list of names. If you look at the ledger in front of him, where he's got folks that are making claims, or folks that are selling fundament, or folks that it seems like the names on his list are new independent miners, as opposed to ones that already have claims. He, for some reason, is taking a list of all the new folks.
okay, well, that's the basic roll, but obviously there's the pluses to add to that.
All right, so you persuaded, absolutely, and that is, 4 is a success. You succeed. Actually, you said then +2, so that's 8. So you with a raise. So he pulls out his map, and he spreads it out on the table for you. What I'll do is go to right here, and I will, because of your wonderful roll, I will do this right about where the T is for Terrytown. Is where that claim is.
I don't see that. Hang on, sorry.
As it pings.
Where's Terrytown?
Terrytown Bench.
Terrytown Bench, south of Easton Hill.
Yes. Go down Ghost Rock Trail and you'll see my pings.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
All right. So he points out, yep, that's where Lynn Buckles and Bob have themselves a claim.
Lovely. That is very kind. Thank you, sir. Yes. So, head over there and see if I can find out any information. See if my uncle's there. Maybe he's just done well or something.
Could be. A lot of people come and go here.
Indeed, so I hear.
And he says, if that's all, I think I do have some other folks waiting.
Yeah. Yes, thank you very much, sir. We shall leave you in peace.
All right. So you guys are now wherever you want to be in town. You can. Oh, I did put you on the wrong. I
You put
apologize.
us on another map with no.
Yeah, I put you on the one that comes with the actual module, not the one I made.
Yeah. Okay.
Great.
All right.
So,
I was just going to say, before we actually go off, I'm going to just check out the window again to see what
Okay.
the 9 horses, the 6 horsemen of the Scrope Gobbler are doing.
They are not within sight.
Okay. No worries. Right. In that case, I'll give the all clear sign.
Okay.
Basically, I open the door and walk out.
Very good.
should we head over to the marshal's office, pick up our irons, and go to the livery stables?
I think we should go and have a look at the prospectors claim. Do we actually know where Uncle Len actually lives?
Within town? No.
No.
Yeah, we haven't found.
We haven't yet found his suspiciously brown roofed house yet.
No.
You have not.
Okay. Now, if one remembers correctly, there's something about Madame Maud.
Apologize. What?
Yes.
Guy in Molly's grub counter.
Yeah.
From
That he might have rented a place from them.
Yeah, somebody
Yeah.
called JD or something. So maybe we could go there and see if that JD is there, and then find
Yeah.
out what the address is of Len's place, and then we can.
Yeah.
then we
Let's
can go in.
let's try that, shall we?
Because I mean,
Yeah.
let's face it, if it's not there. We've got a free place
Well-
to stay, haven't we?
Well, that's Nolly's grub counter over here.
Yeah. So should we go there before we go to the marshals and get the horses?
Sure.
Okay.
The line is only about 3 or 4 people long there to up to Nolly's. It's supposedly, from what you hear from the folks chatting back and forth to each other, it's one of the best places to get yourself some grub before you go out and work for the day. When you get to the front, there's only one item for sale. For 50 cents, get 2 bread pockets filled with either beef or lamb and a stewed pressed vegetable concoction. There's a sealed hogshead barrel with a slot in the top, and you drop a coin in there, and you get it. You get some waxed paper with your sandwich.
I'm just wondering if now is the right time to come, because obviously they seem to be busy with the morning rush.
It's tapering off. You guys have done enough this morning, having your own breakfast and stuff like that. Most of the folks that have gotten an early rise and headed out have already gone through the line. These are the late risers who are grabbing something and then heading out mid-morning.
Okay. Is there an opening time and closing time on the establishment door or something?
There isn't. Doesn't mean it's open all the time, but
Sarah, do you want to
Queue then. I'll stand in queue.
do you want to ask?
okay.
Is it JD I'm asking for? What's the name of the person?
I thought I heard JD, but I might be wrong. It could have been JB, it could have been GB, it could have been AB.
So, who's the person behind the counter, please?
Ah, okay. As you get to the front of the counter, have you dropped in your 50 cents for one of you guys to get something to eat?
I'm gonna drop in 3 50 cents. So
Lamb or beef?
I'm going to go beef, please. What do you two want?
Lamb, please.
Beef.
2 beef, 1 lamb coming up. And a gentleman comes over to the counter carrying those. So there was a younger gentleman who was at the sort of taking the order, making sure the money goes in, and the older gentleman comes running from the back with your order.
How many people are behind us?
2. It's definitely calmed down.
Can I ask, is JD in here?
The younger man points to the older guy who just stepped back inside. That's JD. He owns this place.
When it gets a little quieter, would it be okay if you could ask him? I need to speak to him for a little while. Try and see if I can find my uncle.
Sure.
Thank you.
2 more lambs.
We'll scoot off to the side and get out of the way.
She comes running back out, and the last 2 people are out. He stands there. He wipes the sweat off. I said, man, that was a rush this morning. Hope you guys enjoy that. Bit hot. Watch your mouths, ma'am.
Can I ask, sir? We came into town last night, and I am looking for my uncle. And somebody in town said that there was a chance that perhaps he was renting property from you. His name's Len Buckles. Have you seen my uncle at all, please, in the last few weeks?
His face hardens a little bit. Your uncle owes me $45.
He does? That's not like my uncle. He's a very good.
Skipped out.
He skipped out.
left the house is empty. He didn't pay the month rent, and it's been 2 more weeks since then.
That is very strange.
Now,
So you gave anything
for a place,
back?
if you're looking for a place, it's $30 a month.
Sounds like a good idea.
That sounds like a very good idea. Indeed, I think.
There is a tub. I mean, guys
Is there
fill
trousers?
water if necessary. He now glances down and realizes that you don't have trousers. I
Might be a trouser press.
There might be some left there by the guy. We haven't cleaned the place up or anything. So I suppose we could get someone around there if you'd like to clean up whatever he's left.
No.
fine.
He will do that, sir. I mean, at the very least, I need to return those items to my mum, if nothing more.
Well, very good then. I very happy to do business with you. He reaches out, shakes your hand, says, but there still is the outstanding amount. If there's any chance that could be covered by your family, that'd be absolutely wonderful.
Well, we'll be sure to bring that up with Uncle Len when we find him.
I shall bring that up as well with my mother and see what we can get sent over to me. So
Well, something's better than nothing.
I will definitely try sort that out for you, sir.
If you go straight up First Avenue, go north, and where Bridger Street crosses it, directly across from there is a house with a suspiciously brown roof. That may or may not cover the numbers that was on there.
just had it re-shingled.
Just had it reshingled.
I'll put down
We got a-
$30 for the month.
Okay,
Yeah.
very
You
good.
got a key?
Yes, he handed.
Yeah, very good of you.
Can I have a slip to say that we're renting for from the month from today?
I'm sorry, a slip for rent for the day. Absolutely. He says, "Just a minute. I'll
I don't need a
take
contract.
care
I
of."
just
That's-
need an invoice. I just
Just
need
a
an
chit.
invoice.
Just a chit. Yeah.
Okay.
Just cheap.
So he grabs one of the pieces of wax paper, tries to write on it, goes, dang it, and he goes back inside and comes back out with a corner of a newspaper torn off that he's written on there. Paid in full, month of what are we in? Anyway,
And the
I think
date.
it says it.
Yeah, I say thank you very much, and I take the key.
Very good. You guys have.
By the way, great. Shall we go to the house?
So, do we want to go and do some ablutions?
Yeah, let's go to the house. So
That would be a good idea.
just thinking, the bylaws of this place about having weapons. Do you need to be a resident, or is it just the people of the of Easton's mining company that have a waiver? What if you live here?
You saying that to JD?
No. I'm just
Musing?
He's thinking out loud.
I'm thinking out loud as we walk over. I'm thinking about out loud as to what the law was.
Mm. Well, the law itself, as you remember it, was within city limits. That's the law. Nobody besides lawmen.
Nobody. Okay.
Nobody is how it was said. Though then the sheriff mentioned that there was a bit of a waiver.
Yeah.
Whether or not that's official or simply because he runs this town.
No, I was just wondering whether now that we are officially living here, whether or not we could pick up our guns.
That would have been so nice.
That would have been nice.
Yeah. So, let me see here. How do I want to do this?
Should
This is
we
how I want to do it.
go for break?
Absolutely. That's probably a really good idea, Rob. Let's do a quick break, and we'll come back and take a look at this house.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yes.
As you guys approach the number 8, you see that there are 3 kids out front. They seem to be there's an older boy, a girl, a younger girl, and a younger boy. The older boy is sort of pushing at the younger kid to push him towards the house. As they see you.
Uncle Len's house.
Yep.
Okay.
Number 8, Bridger Street. The house itself looks like it's one of those prefab, bought out of Salt Lake City and then put together in a hurry. There's a small flower bed garden out front. There's a back porch out the back, probably near the kitchen area. You see there's a front porch. You can see that there's a sitting on the front porch. You can see there's a rocking chair, some stuff like that. And those kids that are sort of horsing around in front of the house. The little kid suddenly works up his nerve, and little boy and runs forward, pulls out a penknife, and starts carving onto the porch right about here. Okay, if you weren't looking, right about here, there's this is a porch area.
How far away?
While we're standing there.
You're not quite there. They're in front of you as you're walking. This is where I put you on the map.
Okay.
Sorry. So if I were to say move you guys all back over here, that might be, we could start like that, and the kids are sort of in
I'm
front.
going to throw a throwing knife at the just above the kid's head, so it goes in the same bit of wood as the kid's actually there.
All right, let's make a roll.
Okay, so what would that's fighting, isn't it? No.
Yes. No, it's not. It's what is it? Because you're throwing it.
Shooting, because it's ranged.
Yes, shooting, but let's see what happens. You should be really
You're
good.
going to shoot the kid. Okay.
With a yeah, I'm going to shoot the kid with a. Should it be
He's going to shoot the pole. He's shooting the pole.
Oh,
Look
And
at
it's just
that,
shooting the pole.
ladies and gentlemen. That ain't so good.
That's not good.
Do you want to roll?
yeah.
Spend a penny.
Right. There you go. So you can re-roll.
How do I remove?
Just
Fair enough.
yeah, it's gone.
I'll just do
Yeah.
that.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh, wow.
I'm going to spend another one. Can I spend another
Okay. Yes, you may. This is the most artistic knife throw ever. Here it comes.
There you go.
There's a success.
Succeeded.
Oh, you just on.
Very.
I should have just through the kid's skull, shouldn't I? It would have been so much easier.
You know,
I love it.
mistake, but
The kid squeals and runs away from the porch. Then they suddenly realize that you guys are all behind him. All behind them. The older one looks. I was telling my brother Luca to go and make a mark, or else he's a fraidy cat.
Yeah.
Yes, you are, Luca. Because Luca yells, "I'm not a fraidy cat." He thinks it's haunted.
I tell you
All the
what,
kids do.
I tell you what, boy. If Luca can stand there whilst I throw a knife at him 3 times.
He squealed like a little girl when you almost hit him.
Yeah? but he didn't run straight away, did he? However, you're the one who's stuttering and look at this, look at that. Go on, get. Luca,
Fine.
next time you need some pocket money, come and see me. You can be lookout.
They scamper
got
off over
guts,
towards
man.
the
You've got
towards the
guts.
baseball diamond that's across the way there, and you can hear the older one going, "You're a baby, Luca." Okay. So let's take a look at this.
Start terrorizing them.
Yeah, you
Man.
as well. And if they can see the way you haven't got fans on, they'd be running screaming.
Do you exactly? I'd like a notice roll. Which one of you is feeling like you were looking around during that exchange instead of being focused on the kids?
I think
Oh, I would have been looking around.
That's also kind of an NVRA. There we go.
All right. So, okay. Do you want to as well?
No, that's fine. I'll let Ross go do it.
All right.
I don't mind it.
You do see the really colorful wildflower garden right in front of the parlor's bay window. Creeping vines and ivy and all that stuff. Ooh, the notice. Yep, you made it with the notice -2. There seems to be looks like an aspen sapling in the middle of their garden. It's sort of maybe just going on its own. But it has a sort of weird seed pod looking thing on it. Seed pod about the size of your fist.
That's very weird.
It doesn't look anything like an aspen. It should.
Okay. So I'm going to go over and have a look.
Science of any type.
I've got common knowledge.
Okay.
That's about it.
You can make a common knowledge roll at a -2.
I'll need to roll a 6 then.
Got a weird science.
Didn't do that.
All right.
I'll mention it to the others.
Okay. Either of them can make a common knowledge roll, or if they've got a science skill, they can just roll flat.
Well, we've all got science and weird science. It comes with thing. Well, it's on mine.
Okay.
Nope, just yours.
No.
Yeah, you expanded my
There you go.
my doodads, didn't you?
Expanded your doodads.
Yeah, you expanded my skills, and then I had a whole shitload of skills showing.
Ah, so those are all the ones that you don't actually have anything in, but you can roll skills that you have no skill in. It's just at -4.
-4.
Yep.
Well, I might as well do an unskilled science at -2.
Unskilled will be still at -4.
It says on the character sheet, unskilled D4 -2. So, I don't know. Something's gone wrong.
Oh no, that is absolutely correct. It is a D4 -2. No, I was completely wrong on that. I apologize because you're rolling a D4 already in a -2, so it would have to explode.
Yeah.
The wild die is a 5.
Which
Which
did
would have been a success, but we are still doing the -2, so it is not. Okay. Very good.
Okay.
Anybody else feeling lucky with common knowledge? If not, we can carry on. Not a big deal.
I'll give common knowledge a go. I'm not very skilled in it, but
Are you skilled at all then?
yes.
You might get an explosion. Who knows?
Okay, so it's just -2 for you, man.
Oh, that's common knowledge as well.
Oh my. Okay, well, that's not a success. -2. Anyone want to spend a bit?
I'm at -2. I do have.
Yes, but common knowledge is
Common
a
knowledge.
-2 for this roll.
I see.
I should have probably made it -4 for Rob because it was anyway. But yes, what do you have? What dice were you actually using? You're using a 6-sided dice. Is that what you added in?
D4.
Oh,
So that was a rollover. Must have been a
It
rollover.
was, yeah. Okay. So none of you guys have any knowledge of what this plant might be that looks aspeny, but it's got this little pod on it. Meanwhile, looking at the porch, you can see that there is a rocking chair coated with dust sitting there. There's a old corncob pipe that is sitting on the windowsill next to it, and there's some ashes next to that corncob pipe.
Nice. Where is this?
Answer this Aspen question is this. You know,
I'm sorry.
There's nothing from the occult that might answer the question on the Aspens. I'll let you make a roll, but this is going to be at -2. Okay, well. Wow. Let's get these out of the way before there's any combat involved.
Yeah. All the bad rolls.
Yeah.
By the way, where is this porch?
Right here. So this is actually not a door. It is sort of the gap there. This is the actual door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Window there.
And there's
Window there.
I see.
get in.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
So the rocking chair's about here, and up on the windowsill over here there's that corncob pipe and stuff. Up in the rafters, up above this slightly covered area, there's a nest. It's got a bunch of baby birds in it, and it's being fed by the mother. They're chirping away happily, even though you guys are fairly close.
Okay, I get my knife. I unlock the door.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know where this was going at this
I thought you were gonna. I thought you'd seen a child that you could throw a knife at.
Yeah, exactly.
The day's not over, Roscoe. The day's not over.
Yeah, but you're nearly out of pennies. That's the problem.
I just need to make sure I hit first time then.
The key opens this door into a hallway. You can see through here. This is a dining room, and this is a parlor. And the dining room, otherwise a plain room, round wooden chairs. A round wooden table with 4 rickety chairs. Sideboard probably has plates and utensils in there. There's a painted portrait of Jim Bridger hanging over the north wall. Got those nice eerie eyes that just seem to follow you as you move through the room. If those of you don't know who Jim Bridger is off the top of your head, he is. So Fort Bridger, just not too far from here, is named after it. It's commonly where the Denver Pacific Line comes through. So he's one of the founders of that area. So there's that. Hanging on the north wall, those eyes doing that, blah, blah, blah. What am I saying here? That's not the study. Yeah, parlor. Sorry, here, I'll get this quick.
Any chance
The parlor is a. Go ahead.
It's not a kitchen.
Yeah, so the parlor.
Pantry off.
So I will tell you that shortly. That is actually a kitchen and a study.
The study.
The pantry. No, that's the pantry. That is the pantry. I thought you were clicking on the other. Yes,
No.
absolutely.
That's
So
off the kitchen. Yep.
got it. The parlor, spacious room, utilitarian furniture, card table, a player piano, and a small fireplace. A bay window that looks out over the wildflower garden, including that plant. Grandfather clock in the corner that ticks solemnly. And there is, like I said, that's pretty much everything that's in that little parlor. If you were to look through into, I think you're probably sort of covering this ground room. The study, it nestles behind the dining room and underneath the stairs. Threadbare green and blue upholstered chair. Table, an oil lamp. Small bookcase stands against the wall, mostly classic literature and drama.
books on gardening?
I'm sorry?
Any books on gardening?
The botany.
No.
That's a shame.
There's a thick jar of some sort that's up on top of the bookshelf. Looks like there's something floating in it. It's a greenish liquid, yellowish green liquid.
Gotta take a look at that.
All right, you can reach up there and get that. You're not a short lady. It's filled with a cloudy yellow liquid. Looks like embalming fluid or something. It has a gray, fleshy mass that's floating within. I need a successful notice roll, -4, to get some extra information on here.
Notice roll, okay.
So you need an 8.
Yeah, you do. So Sarah does not notice much besides that it's a lump of fleshy mess.
Weird. Yeah, have you seen, guys, have you seen this? What on earth is this thing? I'll hand it over to
Still not.
Okay.
My word. Okay. So you see it is a fleshy thing. It almost looks like a little bit like possibly a fetus, because you've got, see, at one juncture it looks like maybe some fingers, but you guys just really can't see. Wow. Exactly what that is. I mean, you could dump it out on the table and start messing with it if you felt like it, and that would give you a little bit more chance of studying whatever it is that Agent Reed had stashed here. The kitchen, typical kitchen setup, exterior doors and back steps. Back steps are sturdy. Takes let's see, and looks like there's a hinged trap door in the floor. Probably goes down to a root cellar.
Okay.
In the floor of the kitchen.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go down and have a look.
At this point, are all three of you guys in the kitchen?
I think we're sticking together, yeah.
Okay. You guys want to go ahead and put your tokens over there in that their kitchen?
That is the kitchen, isn't it?
This is.
That's the kitchen. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You were so close.
Well, at this point, the piano starts playing.
What's the tune?
Oh.
It's just general plonking.
It's a
plonk, plonk, plonk.
Play a piano.
But it's not playing like it's got something going through it. It's just seems to be randomly hitting keys.
Okay. Stand at the door and look at it. Oh no, is it in this room?
Yes.
Or is it in the dining room parlor?
Yep, it's in the parlor. Okay. As you're looking through the door, I need you to make a spirit roll.
Okay. A spirit roll.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is, if we move you guys both back, this is right as you come through the door. Didn't want to line up right behind for lightning bolt. Hey, that's not bad. That's not a bad
Who
spirit roll.
moved me back? Why did
I
you
did.
move me back? You did. Okay.
Because this is where the effect happened.
Oh,
And for a minute, everything looks dark in the room. But you sort of just shake your head, and it's back light and normal. That felt weird.
Mm-hmm.
Not like you're having a stroke or something. But okay, now you can move wherever you want to go. I just needed to do that.
Okay, piano's still playing?
It has actually come to a stop. You hear some thumps upstairs.
Okay. Go to here, take a look in the front room. Anything in there?
No.
Anyone behind?
Okay, are you going to move behind him? Okay, good. You're at the base
Yeah.
of the stairs.
Should we go up the stairs? Yeah.
Thump, 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 thump upstairs. There's a sound. So you see these doors ahead of you, and let me tell you sort of what they are so you can let me see. So it looks like those are all closets there's a closet door in front of you. And so you can step into the master.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Okay.
I
So there's
see the map. I just have to move the map.
yeah, these doors are shut. Let me take a quick look at something. I just wanted to make sure I'm getting the right. The thumping seems to be coming from this room. And now you hear a screech of a hawk in that room.
Okay. Sorry, which one was it? I didn't see the circles. That one. Okay. Door. I'll open the door and take a look in.
Door is stuck. You can give me a nice little strength or athletics roll to jam it open if you so choose. And it sounds like there's scraping in there. It sounds like a wild animal is loose, just going nuts in that room at this point.
Nope.
Yep. Yeah, you've got
You have a
5 on your
success.
Oh, I got a wild dice. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay, with a good hard shove, it opens into the room, and you stumble in. All the noise is now stopped. The corner room. Let's see here. The room has several mounted heads. There's a stuffed deer, elk. There's a wild hog. There's even a badger that's sort of framed up on the wall. There's a couple of multi-hued songbirds that have been mounted on stands that are on small side tables. It smells dank and musty.
Source of this noise? Is that visible?
No. At this point, the piano starts going again. Plonk, 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 plonk. And there's some thumping that sounds like from the kitchen area.
No wonder the kids thought this place was haunted.
No wonder Uncle Len has disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I sense anything at all in the occult.
Yes, please make a roll.
Jeez.
Jeez.
At least
In general, I mean, it's spooky.
Do you want to use a Benny to re-roll that?
yeah.
Yeah, I think I will.
Let me be the only one who spends a penny.
I don't know how the pennies get spent, but I'll leave you to.
On your
Yeah, you
character
re-roll
sheet-
it. It's all good.
On your character sheet, there's a penny counter. There you go.
And you just click on it, and then I guess.
It'll take
it's
it down.
Oh no, you.
Sheet.
I clicked stealing by accident.
Yeah. I don't know what you do with that.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with her stuff. Anyway,
So you're trying to steal pennies.
I think you can just drag it up there. I'm trying to.
So I'll just drag it off. Just drag it to that little pile of bennies over on the right hand side, maybe.
You just drag it onto the map and then.
It's
then
Christine's. That's why I can't drag it.
Yeah.
If you just want to, just
I don't know.
Can you?
I can't click on it in any way, shape, or form.
Well, I can drag mine.
I do that. Okay.
Oh, now I can't put it back. That's annoying.
yeah, it is. Just sort of keep it down next to your other one. So Christine, yours up here. I'll just pull it off now. Boom, gone.
Get that thing to disappear now.
Oh, it's now it's just disappeared off the map. I don't know if you can give me another one. Anyway, I've not spent. I've got one more than it looks like I've got.
That's fine.
No,
We'll go with that. Yeah, I can do that. Just give Pete one. There, it's next to you.
I cannot see it.
Okay, you cannot see this. Oh, my word. That's interesting. I just grabbed it off the pile, and it turned it into a token. That's interesting. Here we go. Deal. 1, 2. PC. There. Okay, easy enough.
Got it.
So the sound is ongoing of that piano.
I sense anything out? I've re-rolled.
Oh, you do have success. Yes. You feel like there is some sort of illusory magic. You sometimes, if you remember your teacher there in Kansas, in Wichita, she would mess with your brains just to sort of teach you guys what it felt like. It feels like there's ongoing efforts to mess with you.
Something here is trying to mess with us. Make suggestions and
Out of the corner of your eye, Rob,
still
you think you see the badger wink at you. It's- Well,
Anyway,
Did your beaver just wink at me?
not a beaver, it's a raccoon.
badger. And the raccoon. Your raccoon is how sensitized is your raccoon to that type of goings on? Haven't even thought about that.
I don't know. Well, the skill actually gives the raccoon a couple of spells.
Oh, very very. Good. I think probably it's reacting nervously to all the things going on, but it's not like it's biting your neck or anything. It's just it's nervous.
It says in the edge, it says, I have a small and loyal pet raccoon. It has 2 abilities that I basically can grant it from mine. So it's got confusion and warrior's gift.
Nice.
Mm.
Okay.
Roscoe's going to say Lux in Tenebris. Or Tenebris, or however you pronounce it.
Okay.
Just wondering if this is some sort of defensive spell that might have been set up to keep other people out the house. There might be a passcode. So, does anything happen?
Worth a try.
It's worth a try.
No, nothing does happen.
Fair
I'll
enough.
save you a roll and
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
So no. So you're now standing at the top of the stairs. There are 2 other rooms. The door is open still to the room with the animals,
Mm-hmm.
and the musky, damp smell is no longer emanating from that room. That you first, it was like a puff as you first came in. It's just completely dissipated.
Okay.
This chamber here, the door. Do you choose to open any of these doors?
Yeah, we'll take a good look round.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
also open the windows slightly to
Gotcha.
fresh air.
This particular one overlooks Bridger Street and the trail leaving town. There's 2 single beds, and a nightstand, a closet with a few old nightshirts, 1 pair of trousers that are way too small for you. And sorry, I had to do that. There's in the nightstand. There's a Bible, and there's a single 45 caliber cartridge rattling around in the nightstand drawer when you look in there. The hall closets are empty except for dust and a little extra firewood. Looks like there's a panel in one of them where you could get up into the loft attic area. And then this room right here is the main bedroom, 4-poster bed, has a little outside veranda, fireplace, wood and tools are stacked beside it. hanger closet are what appear to be a few sets of mining garb, most of it clean and brand new, right out from bought from the Emporium in town. And then I need a notice roll, -4 from everybody.
You did.
8. Done it.
That has done it. You notice one of the floorboards looks loose. So actually, when you step and move across it.
Point this out.
Okay.
That's all right. I'll get a hammer and a nail and I'll fix that right up.
No, lift it up. Lift it up.
Nice.
Okay.
Under
Yeah,
the board
yeah.
is a child's shoe, shriveled and worn out, sitting on a piece of canvas. Either an occult roll or a common knowledge from Sarah will tell us about that shoe. And then underneath it is a piece of canvas that looks like something's wrapped up in the canvas.
I chucked this shoe to Sarah so she can do the canvas.
Okay.
What's on the canvas?
If you sort of unfold it, inside is a shiny silver agency badge, number 682. There's also
agency badge.
It's a agency badge, number 682. You think
Our
you're
agency.
probably told,
Yeah.
well, the agency you're helping. Yeah, so yes, this was Reed's badge.
Yeah.
There's an odd-looking barrel-shaped key as well. And that's all that's under there. The badge, the key, and that little shoe that was sitting there. And did I get a roll from Sarah? Oh, -4.
You did?
No. It's not -4. This is a success. This you know is a common superstition. That putting a baby shoe underneath the floorboard in the master bedroom is supposed to bring good luck. So probably Reek found that and went ahead and used that as his hidey hole for his badge and whatever this key goes to. The plonking on the piano continues the entire time you search upstairs.
Okay. If we've finished searching upstairs, I'm going to go down. I'm going to walk up to the piano.
Okay. It is now stopped making any sound when you get to the bottom of the stairs. Go ahead and place yourselves there, though.
Excellent. And I'm going to go. I'm just going to talk out loud into this room where the piano is.
Mm-hmm.
Listen here, mucker. If you want to continue playing the piano, that's all well and good. But A, it's out of tune, and B, you can't play for shit. So try harder. Or don't bother trying at all. You hear me?
One of the keys depresses. Ding.
That's slightly better, but you can see that it's out of tune, so why not tune the fucker up? And I walk into the kitchen.
Oh, you're going to walk away from it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Up to it.
Okay, you're going to walk up to it. Got it. Go ahead. Take a look at it. Where is Roscoe?
Is there a lid to lift?
Yes, there is. Roscoe, where are you? Okay. Everybody, hang tight because we're going to have
Initiative.
interesting. So, how many cards do you get for initiative?
I got 2.
You get 2. So I will get that to you.
I'm not going to spend a penny.
Yeah. So you get 1. Is that correct, Chase?
What does it say?
It's normally 1 unless you have a
Yeah.
special.
Yeah.
Reservedly one.
Gotcha. And then let me deal 1. 2. You guys can.
I got 2, but I can't remember where I got the 2 from. Oh, quick.
Okay.
Draw. Oh yeah. No, that's an extra Benny
Gotcha.
for that. From your available choices include additional draws from level-headed. Well, I've got level-headed. Hang on.
Yeah, so level-headed gives you 2 cards.
Okay, so you'll get another card here. Let me deal 1, 2, chase.
Yes, I get 2.
Deal.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I gave you an extra Benny. So
That's fine. I'll keep it. No,
deal
I've got rid
1
of the Benny.
card to chase. There. Okay. Now I don't know if this will put us in turn order.
Okay.
That would be too nice. Oh, look at this. But it did not. Well, it put in Buck's deputies. I don't know why that's there.
Okay,
It's
I've
not
got
very-
I've got a 5 here, which I need to rewrite another card, because any action card lower than a 5, I get another card.
Awesome. I will
My
deal you a
card's gone.
card.
So's my action, my initiative order.
The,
I had a king.
that didn't work. Initiative order.
Right, I had a king of spades, I think it was. But somebody's
Alright.
kindly given me another one, so I'll keep that.
Sarah, what is what'd you get?
I got the 2 of hearts.
All right.
Why is it not showing?
I don't
it is.
know. I'll use this one for mine. I got an ace of clubs. Look at
There you
that.
go.
Or ace of spades.
I got the Ace of Diamonds.
Oh, wow.
What's going on? Okay, so basically,
You got the Jack of clubs.
me, the king of spades and the jack of clubs are both mine.
So you'll go with the top one.
Well,
So Roscoe, what was yours again? Yours was the ace of diamonds.
Yep.
well, here's the
Man.
thing. Because I accidentally got rid of the king and I couldn't find it because it was in the black, somebody dealt me a second card. And
Which was?
Which was the jack. So,
That would have been my card. Did you?
I probably did.
Yeah, because I should have been dealt a second card because I had a 5 or 5.
It's your highest
Okay.
card, so you got
so
your ace.
you take
Yeah.
that jack and put it in your deck. You can't, can you?
There's no
I'll-
point. There's no
put
point. You only pick one card.
Okay.
You don't need more than one. You just pick the highest one. So yours is the king.
Yeah.
Chase, what was your highest?
It's first anyway, so
King.
That's right. Chase was a king of something. What was it? King of what?
King of spades. Look at it.
Okay.
yeah, king of spades.
I think everything's on there. And then I've got all these extras that I just don't know why they're there that I need to get rid of.
I'm running massively hot here. Heat.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
Okay. Yes. Give me a chance. Good lord.
I didn't
See,
know you heard me.
Okay, this is not there. Let's see here. Turn
Yeah, you're right.
I can't even pull stuff out of this. Look at the sirens popped up twice.
For a bit.
Yeah, can you get rid of
Yeah.
the second siren?
I can't get rid of anything.
Hopefully not.
I'm trying to.
Got the phones.
I hope so.
No, you're not going to have
It's really
I'm gonna
weird.
remove everything.
I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to turn the fan off.
No, I turned off when I was
And
doing
then
That's why I can only control the siren for myself.
okay, just a minute. So I needed to. Guys, I apologize. This is again that I've screwed this all up. but I cannot seem to.
It's like laptop cooling, probably.
Click on the token, and then add
This
turn.
will do. Okay. Click on the token.
Yeah, right click on
Which-
the token, and then add turn.
Change flare.
So if you do Roscoe, I'll do the siren.
Oh, I've done. Yeah, there we go.
So, token. Oh, so what should you right click on the token?
Yeah, you right click on the token,
Add turn. There it is.
and then add turn.
All right.
And then Roscoe, I can't change Roscoe's
You
card.
had the king of spades. Oh no, chase
No, it
did.
was the ace.
Roscoe's at the ace. What'd you have, Siren? Oh,
Hearts.
2 hearts. All right. And then I can sort by
So the piano goes first.
card suit. And then that way. All right. Because spades goes first. And unfortunately, there's someone right next to the Flair piano.
The Flair oh, good. That sounds nice. A Flair piano.
This
It's like
It's
piano.
like a mimic. It's like the Wild West equivalent of the mimic.
Yes. So
shouted at it.
there's a picture of it coming to life. Yes.
Oh, brilliant.
Kitchen.
Absolutely.
Oh,
So it immediately, as you walk over to it, like you're just sort of investigating because it looks absolutely normal. Weird yellow eyes just open out of on the wood on either side of where the player, where the roll would go for the player piano. The keyboard seems to open into a maw, and the thing starts coming after you. Let me see exactly what it does. It is going to. What the? For some reason, when I moved it between, there it is, open character sheet. There we go. Sorry. It is going to attack you. Actually, first you're going to make a fear roll, which I want to say is a spirit roll. Is that correct? I don't see a fear thing on there. Is that correct, guys? If so, it's fear -2.
yeah.
Okay, so you succeed with your 7. So you are not scared like you're going to take some sort of problems from this. It is going to attempt to. Let me see here. It's going to try and chomp at you with those big teeth. It's not particularly good at fighting, but it's going to give it a shot. And it has to beat your parry. What is your parry?
I'm at 5.
All right. Well, it did not. However, I'm going to spend a Benny. It didn't do it. I'm only going to spend 1 Benny.
Spend another one. Go on, I dare you.
So I spent a Benny. It failed in its chomp at you. And it then is going to try and just roll right into you with an athletics roll. And
Oh, dear.
what is your parry again?
At 5.
5? That's not a success.
Isn't it?
So if you subtract 5 from
Oh,
8,
of course, yeah. You need the
3.
3. You need a 4.
So you scamper lightly out of the way as the thing pushes past you.
Mm.
Okay. It is now on to the next person's turn.
Turn track has disappeared, so
It
guess-
did it. I
Yeah.
apologize. So let me see if I can bring
I
that.
believe it was Chase next. With his king.
There it is.
I should have the Ace of Diamonds.
Go.
Ace of Diamonds. Roscoe.
Okay. Furniture in this place. Is there a big chair or some piece of heavy furniture I can bash this?
Absolutely. There is a by the fireplace. There's pokers. There's also you could probably pick up and launch. There's a couple of. You think that the piano looks more solid than these sort of rickety chairs. The end table would make a nice club if you wanted to smash it with that. Your call.
Yeah, big fire iron sounds like it should do the job.
All right.
Unless there's an axe next to the fire with the firewood or anything. Probably not.
You know what?
Maybe.
Make a GF. Is there a? I see. I'm getting in between. Roll sets. Is there a luck roll that you? No, there's not.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, what I'll do is, in that case, I feel like it's one of those things. If you were to spend a Benny, there would be an axe there. This is one of the things you can do with Bennies is sort of alter the narrative a little bit. So if you feel like doing that, I think that you have a axe. Perfect.
There's my Benny.
Rob, would you please take a quick look at in the book and try and find axe for me, so we can have that easily available. Since I put away my PDFs, so I can get the damage on that. And you will attack with a fighting
It would be a
roll.
melee, so it would be D4.
Well, the axe itself may have its own damage, and so that's what we're looking for.
No,
Right now, he's doing
all axes, all melee weapons are D4.
okay. So go ahead with any pluses, right?
And then plus your strength.
Plus your strength. Okay,
Yeah. Unless it's a ghost steel axe.
that's
it would
fine.
just be a D4.
Okay, so go ahead and make your fighting roll, and you're going against its agility.
Oh.
Excuse me, its parry. And its
Nope.
parry
No.
is no success, huh? Yikes!
Actually, no. I will spend a Benny.
All right,
Yay!
okay, and its parry is only a 4. My. So you smack at it, and some wood goes splintering off on the little corners, but it does not do what you had hoped. All right. Anything else you want to do as far as movement? I assume you've moved up there, by the way, Roscoe.
Yeah. So my move is
What's your pace?
6. 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
4, 5. I'm going to move back to where I am.
Okay. Sort of scamper away. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then let us look. So anytime I bring up that character sheet, it doesn't put it down. We'll jump forward. Chase.
Because I'm figuring it might find it difficult to get through the door.
That's a thought. It is pretty darn big.
Yeah. And not very flexible, I assume.
No.
5, 6.
Do you want to do running die? There's no penalty. Okay. Gotcha.
Well,
You can
if there's no penalty, then what is it? It's 5 times the thing, isn't it?
No, you roll a die, whatever your running die is, and just add that to your overall
Your pace. Was it D4? or D6?
pace. Let me see real quick. I'll look and see what running dice.
Athletics, I think.
Let's see here. Of course, it doesn't do that for your running dice. Darn it all. Sorry.
Roll athletics.
Is that what it is?
Well, mine would be athletics. Anyway, I think it would be something like that with strength.
Just do that right now,
Agility or
and
strength.
then do
I
that for
got
right now.
6, so
Okay,
that
you
goes
go
to
6 more.
12, so that's 12. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Gotcha.
12. Am I next to that there? I am.
Sure.
aren't I? Right. Okay. In which case, I come running on in and I see what's going on, and I've got my hand on my Bowie knife. That's in that at the back, on my back.
Okay.
I can't attack it because I've run.
You can with a -2 penalty for an extra action.
Oh, in that case, I'm going to attack it. So that would be fighting because it is now
Yes.
melee.
And you are going after its parry. So its parry is 4. And then you still are subtracting 2 from your roll.
Yeah. So no, I did not hit.
Okay. I think we're finally to Sarah's
I
turn.
think I should have actually rolled the Bowie knife.
Uh,
It is what it
the
is.
fighting. Okay. All right. Sarah.
Hey. I am going to unhook the whip at my side, take a step back from it,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
and basically I'm going to lash out with this whip. I'm trying to basically wrap it around a leg or a keyboard part or a corner of it. And I'm going to try and basically spin and flick it into the wall and smash it into the wall.
Ooh, the whole piano.
Yeah. If I can.
It is going to be pretty heavy. However, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Are you using
Yeah,
any
but-
magic into this? Because I know you can charge your whip. That's one of those.
Yeah, but I can charge it after I hit. So if I actually
Okay.
manage to hit, then I
Okay.
can put power into it.
Awesome. So let's roll against this thing.
Did that roll?
The hit.
It's got to be higher than its.
It got to beat its parry.
Yeah.
It was a 4.
So we're going to need 8 or above to hit this thing.
Yeah. Do you want to do any more movement?
Yeah, I'll continue to move away from it actually.
Okay.
Another 5, 10. There we go. Round to here.
Awesome.
We'll block off the door basically, but not enough that Roscoe can't slip through.
Got it. At this point, it is going to attack Chase. And though it weighs 1,000 pounds. It actually says on this, so yeah, you probably weren't going to flick that. That seems excessive, but that's what it actually says. So that's a lot of piano.
Running is not athletics. It's just default D6.
Default D6 unless you have something better. Got it. Both what I did not do and I'm going to call for now, Chase, as this thing is getting ready to chomp at you, and Roscoe, as you were seeing it, is your guys' fear check.
Okay. The spirit roll, yeah?
Yes. At -2.
I'm okay, I think.
Yes, you are.
Why? I mean, we've all seen pianos come to life and start trying to jump us.
That's a good try. Look at that. Both of you guys, none of you guys are scared with the silly piano.
The force is strong with us.
Absolutely.
Level-headed. Steady
All right.
hands.
Yeah, level-headed
So-
indeed.
This is going to attempt to bite you here. Where is this? Play piano, fighting. Oh, there we go. What's your parry?
Oh dear.
6. So it,
So 4. So it does hit, and that's going to not give it a raise. So it only gets a regular amount of damage, which is strength plus D6. And its strength is a D12.
If this damn thing weighs 1,000 pounds, it better not be able to fucking on me. That's all I can say.
So this is not a wild die. It does
it does
4 damage plus a D6, which does not show up on. Oh, you know what? Here, if it does better, I won't do it. But so I see that wild dice is a 6. So then up here, Rob, the 4 and the 8 is. So what's your toughness?
My toughness is 5.
5.
So you got
So-
4. The wild dice doesn't work.
Nope, it's a
Oh yes, it
D4
does. No, it
plus
does.
a D6. What I'll do is let me just roll a D6 on its own.
Hang on, no, because it's the damage, isn't it? So the wild
Yep.
dice doesn't go in on the damage because you didn't actually get a raise, did you?
No, there's no wild die, but it is strength plus D6. This D12 is the strength. This is the plus a D6. It exploded once. Okay?
Well, when you
Even though
roll
it says
equal
wild
6.
dice. Or here, I can roll the down below. I don't care.
Well,
it's
I've
strength
got
plus
so many
D6.
rolls there. So tell me
All right.
what damage I've got.
Got it. So it rolled a 4 on its out of 12. And then for its D6, it rolled a 6 and then it rolled a 2. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 minus 5 is 7. So it does hit you but does not get a raise. So you're shaken.
Okay,
That's it.
I'm shaken.
Absolutely. Very good. So all of that to say that it is still alive and kicking and making horrendous noises as it bounces around towards you guys. And it is now through the player's piano's turn to Roscoe.
Okay.
Fucking thing, Roscoe.
Yeah. Roscoe is going to 1, 2, 3. To go to there. And he's going to take a whack at the thing with an axe.
Excellent. Okay, so you have it's parry once again.
No,
is
it's not good enough.
Or
Yep.
not.
That's
good
not a hit.
enough.
And back again.
Okay.
Done.
That blows.
Yeah.
Chase.
Right, so I've got to unshake first, and then do I
Yes,
get
you
a,
do to do anything. Spirit roll. Okay, you succeed. And unshaking, you can now act.
Okay, so in which case I'm going to have him again with the bow knife.
Okay.
No, I do not.
Word, you guys. This is crazy. You still got it blocked off from everybody else, which is sort of nice, but any other move you want to do?
You probably need to uncheck your shaken on the count sheet.
Unless it did it for you for automatic
It
success.
done it for me, but it didn't. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I am now, not shaken.
Okay. Siren, go ahead.
I'm just going to stay where I am.
You start doing that while Kristen's telling me what she's doing.
Okay, I will move myself close enough again to attack the thing with my whip,
Okay.
and throw the whip again and lash across at the damn thing.
Got it.
I would like to blast it with magic, but I'd probably blow the house up, so I don't think that's necessarily a good idea.
She's being so circumspect. Very good. There's
Jeez.
nice. Absolutely what we were needing. So once again,
That'll do.
that's a success. So you can roll the damage for your whip and stuff, and you can add magic to that as you so choose. Correct?
Yes, I can spend a point of magic and add. Well, I know what did it do? It entangles it, I think, or something.
Yeah. But if you can get it over where its mouth is, all it won't be able to do. It won't be able to.
Just a second. Whip.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find out.
Okay. Spend a power point with a hit to cause D6 bonus damage instead of entanglement.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's it.
Gotcha. So, whatever your damage is with your whip, and your whip is a strength plus 1d4, you'll also have a d6.
Can I do roll damage then? Because, I mean, my tab says attack and damage, but obviously it's not rolling that. Oh, hang on, I'll roll the damage over there.
Yeah, just click on the roll
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, underneath the attack you got. Yeah. There you go. So there's your strength plus 1d4.
And then I can roll a
A d6 as well.
d6.
No, that's on the bone. Yeah, don't forget you've got the bonus damage to apply because
Oh.
you get a raise.
Strength plus 1d4. Okay, so you roll that.
No,
Yeah.
sorry. Ignore
That
what
is
I just said. Ignore what I said. So you just roll a normal d6, Christy.
Just roll it, yeah.
So
4.
three,
There we go.
that's
Four.
7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Here's where I throw something at you that's going to make you wonder,
Goody.
because it appears not to do any damage to it, not because you didn't hit it for damage type stuff. It's just, it's tough. Its toughness was not exceeded
Oh,
with
Jesus.
that.
God's sake.
We're not going to just.
Gotta
We're gonna have
do
real-
something?
We're going to have real problems with this thing.
Yes.
I am going
Wait until the axe comes in. You'll be fine.
to step back to where I was.
Okay.
Don't
Good.
forget you've got a reach of 2, so you don't have to be right next to it.
And I'm just going to step away from the keyboard for a minute to let the hound out for a pee. So I'll
Very
be
good.
back in a moment.
Very good.
So 7 points of damage is not enough to do any damage to it.
Correct.
We are really going to struggle to get any kind of damage on this thing unless we get some exploding dice, you know.
Yep. Or you do something else to it. All right. Whose turn is it? Let me go back here to my turn order. And I think, sadly, it's Slayer Piano.
Mhm.
All right.
Give me
So what is going to happen? It's going to, once again, because Chase continues to block it off from going after anybody else, it goes for its fighting. And your parry again was 5, is that correct?
6.
6.
Yeah.
So it snaps at you and you move out of the way just in time.
Punch it. I'm joking.
Okay. Next,
It's Roscoe.
Roscoe. Roscoe.
Whack it with the. Come on up and whack it with the axe.
I'm going to come up and whack it with the axe. Yeah, I mean, I'm.
Call shots are at -4. Just so you know, if you ever wanted to hit a specific spot. Well, it depends on the size of what you're going after.
Yeah, but I can barely hit the thing in the first place. Okay, I mean, I just rolled a 7 and that's not hit it. So
That
Minus-
is brutal.
a -4 is going to make it very, very difficult to hit.
Yes. Yes.
Because it's what? It's got a defense of 4. So that'd be. I need to get a 12. I need to get a 12 to make a cold shot.
Brutal.
So that's
Okay.
difficult.
And you move back. Chase.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I'm going to attack it again.
Okay. Come on. You guys with your little knives and stuff. Where's your shotgun when you needed it? Come on. Jeez.
That Benny's looking really nice, isn't it?
Well, it only gives you one reroll, which could be just as shit as before.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, technically, I should be giving us different cards every round, but this was so difficult to give us cards that I'm not doing that. But that would give you the option. That would give you the chance of having a joker in your hands. So what I'm going to do to be kind is we're going to say that this at the start of this next round, I will just award one of you guys random as though you did that, which will give everyone a Benny and will also let the person that gets it attack with a +2 for their round. Or +2 to everything.
Okay.
So right now, though, we're to our siren friend.
And Sarah just needs to stand behind me. Because she's got a reach of 2. Whip.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Sarah's back yet. The cat is winking.
I'm back.
Yeah, yeah.
I am back. I'm back.
She's thinking about what she may choose.
Yeah.
I just moved up to behind you.
Okay.
Didn't I?
Yes.
I feel a presence in front of me and behind me. I've never been a sandwich filler before.
Hello. I seem to be on a very strange page. Why am I on that page?
I'm sorry?
Are you looking at my button?
Oh, you need to recalibrate it. You need to go back to animes, look at the screen, and press the calibrate button.
No. Not that. Looking at my character sheet. My character sheet's
Oh.
bunkered empty.
Oh, what it's probably done, Sarah, is see the little lock symbol at the top? When it's locked, it's in just regular use mode. When you unlock it, it gives you all the other things where you can
Editing mode. Yeah. Yeah, the locked mode is actually quite good because it just gives you a load of stuff you can click on.
Is it?
So there's like so you're going to be doing your, what are you thinking?
I'm going with my whip again.
Okay.
Because the only thing I have that will do any more damage than that is a Colt Thunderer, and that happens to be at the sheriff's office.
I know.
So,
Brutal. Yep.
Oh, the target's number to hit an opponent is equal to the opponent's parry score. Ah, so we actually only need to get a 4.
Plus his fighting die type. Half
No,
his fighting die
equal
type.
to a component's parry score, which is 2 plus half his fighting die type.
Yeah,
Or 2 if he has no fighting skill.
yeah. So if he's got no fighting skill, then you can't add anything onto it. Okay.
So we only need a 4.
Yeah. Okay, so
I'll
if
go with
his-
that for right now.
If his parry is 4, then
Okay, so that's what you need to hit.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Okay.
So I've been really treating you guys poorly for this entire thing.
That's fine.
Well,
Because it works in
we've
our
also
favour as well.
benefited from yours, so
Yeah.
Very good.
yeah,
Yes,
melee attacks.
So let's move into this more dangerous.
Yeah, the target number to hit an opponent is that's it, exactly what it is.
So my parry
Perfect.
is now 10. You've got to get 10 or more to actually hit me with a melee weapon.
Yeah, it's shooting that's you need a 4. Yeah,
Yeah, it shoots.
Got it.
You need a 4, and then it's the toughness.
Got it. And then it's just toughness. Go ahead. So who's
I didn't hit.
Oh no.
I missed it. I'm stepping back.
Okay. Very, very good. So that brings us to the top of the round where we're starting again. I'll go ahead and give the Siren a Joker. Each of you guys get a Benny, so I will deal out a Benny for you guys. 1, 2, Chase, Christine, Pete, deal. And you get to go first, out of order this turn. And you get +2.
Okay, I get to go again.
Yep.
You can
That's
go straight
you.
away, or you can go whenever you want.
I wish blasts could be more controlled. I tell you, I'd be throwing a flipping blast spell at it.
Well, you can tell Chase to move, and you can delay. Christine, you can go anytime you want in the round. That's the benefit of that card. So if you want to tell him to, engage the thing to keep it steady, because it's going to go first. So it's going to try and hit him, and then have him try and get out of the way on his turn, and then you can use blast. Something like that. You use your.
Yeah, but blast is, I think, is a medium.
Gotcha. Which is how big?
I can't remember. But I think it's big.
4 squares wide, isn't it? I think about.
It was.
It's fine,
About
isn't it?
4 by about 4 by 4.
Yeah.
In which case, you only need Chase to stand back, or you just center it, kind of over here.
Yep.
If you centered it in that corner,
The area of effect is a medium blast template. I have no idea how big that is. I thought it was quite big. I thought I'd take out the side of the house. So do you not think it will then?
hang on.
Holy shit.
Last
like,
templates.
Page 205, medium black.
The medium is an 8-yard diameter.
It's,
8
it's,
yard.
it's like the same as bloody Fireball.
So that's 3 squares. Each square is 3 yards, is it?
I think that's right.
Each square
No.
is 1 yard.
I mean, I'll just let.
Okay. That makes more
It,
sense.
it, yeah, it would take out the whole of the house, just about, whole side of the house.
It would be pretty much the whole room, yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So very, very fireballish.
To stay for the night. We'll be back in the same cells. Just be a small bring back and we'd have to then pay for this guy's house, which I don't particularly fancy doing.
In which case, I'd suggest,
I've chosen to use that.
yeah, don't bring out the dynamite just yet.
Yeah, you've been able to spin this thing off. Let's hurry up and kill this thing.
Come on. Yeah, just
in the open. I'm not live for the
just-
listings.
just whip it. Go on, just whip it. Whip
Whip
it.
it good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
Whip it,
I'm
whip it, whip it real good.
Yeah.
As a hit.
Whoa. Let's roll that damage.
Have you got fighting?
Oh God!
Can you add the d6?
Yeah.
Or do you
Throw
want to
some,
tackle it?
Well, there is that bonus damage there, which is a 3. That's a d6, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So you can take that as the damage. The bonus.
That's not going to do a dang thing.
5. Not going to do it.
No.
Even though it's magical damage. Does that get
Yeah.
past its toughness? Yeah.
Even though.
Even though. Okay.
Now.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to wind up doing is
It's pushing things.
at the top of this round, I think, sadly, because of the time, unless you guys really want to try and finish this, we may. You want to go another couple of rounds to see if you guys get lucky. Otherwise, this it's almost getting monotonous.
Yeah. Let's carry on to next week, shall we?
Yeah,
Well, let's
so do
finish
that.
this
Give
round.
it a little think.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Let's
finish
finish
this
this
round off just in
round.
case
Right,
anyone
because
needs it.
otherwise, it will get an extra go next week because it's currently at the top of the round. Siren's just had her go straight after it. Sorry,
Okay.
before it. Oh no,
Before it.
because it's not had its go yet, has it? So
Nope.
yeah, we could actually stop now.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's do that,
yeah.
and we will deal with this flare piano. And to some extent, you guys are sort of keeping it held. There's a lot of ways to go about this.
I think we need
Maybe
to
it's
hit on
got
it.
a weakness of some sort. That's a possibility. Maybe it's got now that we know that it's easier to hit, maybe it's
Yeah.
a weak location. Maybe it's vulnerable to certain types of things. Poking at it with a knife and things like that haven't seemed to work incredibly well. I mean, there's any number of ways to skin this cat when we come back to this fight next time. But thank you guys so much for playing.
If you got all the way to the end, we appreciate your support. Thank you for watching the NVRA whilst we bring you content of different games. If you like what we have done, please like and subscribe.